not meet building code, you're hurting yourself. So pay that $50, $60, $70. I tell people, you don't save money getting around a permit. What you save is, you get an inspector to make sure it's installed properly. Now, a lot of people tell me they can put windows and doors in, but they've never had an inspector look at it. The inspector comes, looks, and fails them, and then they look at you like you're crazy. I know how to put a window in, no you don't. It has to meet building code. So always pull a permit. It's not that expensive. If you're the homeowner, you can pull it yourself. If you buy
Y'all heard that?
You can't pull it. You have to live in that home, and you can pull it yourself and save the money. But when you pull it yourself, you become a contractor.
Right.
Meaning you're responsible for their taxes, SUDA, FUDA, and all of that stuff. So don't play contractor if you're ready. I'm not saying that to get your money. I'm saying that to protect you, because if they get hurt on your property, you're responsible for workman's comp.
There you go.
Be careful when you pull a permit, you actually technically becomes what I am, a contractor.
A general contractor.
Now,
Always pull a
rolling
permit.
off of permits, if you're deciding you're going to do certain work in yourself, which is here at the bottom, I'm going to skip over understanding repairs and go to the DIY section. Here's what you can do yourself, and here's what you can hire a pro for. But if you decide to do certain things yourself, or you do all of it yourself, you need to have those things wrapped up and closed out before you have an inspector walking on your property to inspect the windows. Because if all of a sudden he looks up and there's a half-done kitchen, all of a sudden he looks up, there's a half-done bathroom, there's a half-done this, you're going to get flagged for not pulling permits. Yes, sir?
Let them know if they become a flipper and they're a homeowner, they can sell it right away. If you pull a homeowner's permit,
Right.
you're a flipper, you can't sell it.
You can't sell it.
Oh, that's good stuff. Say that again.
It's either 6
That's what I was
months or a
talking
year.
about. That's what I'm talking about. Say
You're a
so.
homeowner and the ones who are trying to become a flipper but don't want to go to TC Gray as a contractor, don't think you can sell that house right away.
Was it 6 months or a year?
I think it's a year.
It might be a year.
Y'all see that?
Because they're saying, you pulled this permit saying you live in this home.
That's right.
Turn around and sell it in 30 days, because they know now you're not living in that home.
Right.
They make you stay, it's either 6 months or a year.
So I'm going to get into this. There are clarification. There's clarification. Yeah, if you've lived in it for 5 years already, and then you're doing it. But if you're trying, the point is, if you're trying to get around the system by saying, oh, you live there and you move a couple pieces of furniture in, you're not gonna get away with it. They flag you for not ordering.
So
Okay.
you need a permit just to fix one window? and
One
like in
window,
your
now,
house?
in
Well,
your
just hire-
case, I'm gonna tell her the difference.
Go ahead.
Because she has a cracked pane. That's different. You're just replacing your pane.
We're talking
If you remove a
whole
window and put a window back in, you need a permit, because it has to be reinstalled. Not to fix a pane. Okay?
Yeah, we're talking the whole frame, the whole window, the whole system.
Remember now, he's a general contractor. So
I'm
telling you what- telling you when Moody, he flips his own houses. He knows.
Understanding repairs. You need to educate yourself. YouTube is a beautiful resource.
Say it again, Jay.
YouTube is a beautiful resource.
I'm serious, man. I learned everything from podcasts, YouTube. When I was overseas in the desert for years, I was studying, listening to podcasts and YouTube. All I kept saying, when I get out of the Army, I'm going to take all my money, I'm going to start flipping houses. I'm going to start buying houses. I'm going to buy, and when I got out of the military, I was so wrapped up because I've been listening to that stuff for like 7 or 8 years. Because I was a lot of time overseas in the sandbox. When I got home, that's why I was like, all the videos and everything, just, I'm ready to put it into action. You know, I'm ready to do it. You know, so now we flip, Sabrina's flipped 5 houses in 12 months. All right? So that's almost 2 houses every 2 months? Yeah, that's a lot. That's pretty good. You know, but we want to flip 25 in 12 months. Right, Jay?
Yep.
We are.
Well, you need to educate yourself on the repairs. So you don't have somebody who comes in and says they know what they're doing and they don't. We just have that cabinet and that microwave was repaired last night at 7 o'clock at night because somebody who said they knew what they were doing came in and installed it, and it was touching the ceiling and the microwave was 7 feet in the air. And you couldn't open the door. And you couldn't open the door because he didn't know what he was doing. He said he knew what he was doing, but you need to make sure that people know what they're doing. Okay?
That comes back to me. I have to hire correctly. So I take the blunt of that.
You need to be on site once
That's
a
my
day.
fault.
You need to be checking on these guys on site when you have contracted outside workers at your property. You need to be checking on them, making sure that don't let them go a week, and then all of a sudden you walk in and they built the wall in the wrong place, or they put something where it shouldn't have been, or they laid the wrong flooring, or the bathroom, whatever. You need to be on site, keep good communication with the guys, and then get multiple quotes.
Multiple quotes.
You need to have multiple people looking at your job, looking at your projects, stuff like that. Get multiple quotes. It also keeps Yankee and some of those guys competitive. When you say, I want to use Yankee, he's my guy, but the other guy came in $500 cheaper for the same product.
Now what we can do then? Then I can say, Yankee, hey, he's charging me this, you're charging me this. Do you want to meet that because Yankee been on my team? And Yankee might say, okay, I'll meet it. You feel me?
But
so,
the cheapest price isn't always.
it's not always, but it's a good negotiation tool when you first start. Now, you ain't got a whole bunch of money. It cost me some money.
I think we skipped
Until 7 o'clock last night fixing this stuff. I had to pay for this. Jake didn't do it free. I don't know why he didn't.
So speaking on that,
Go ahead.
in fairness on
You
my
get a rebuttal.
part,
You get a rebuttal.
now,
As
as investors, real estate agents,
Come on, Jim. Come on.
as being part of that, I look at the scope of the work. So if you have one house now, but your intention is to do 5 in a year, I want all
I'll put
5.
you together. Okay.
So in order for my business to keep growing, you have to grow, plus my work has to stay the same. So as you guys as investors, or however, whatever you're getting into real estate agents, I want that course of work. So what I do with you guys is I come down from what I charge the public to an investor price. But I give you a price list every time I come and do a house. And basically after that you have a 2,000 square foot house. You can kind of go through what your cost is going to be to have your floors done, your showers done, your backsplash put up. That way you guys don't have to call me right up front, and say, hey, how much is this house going to cost me? You'll have an idea. But what I charge you guys as investors and real estate agents, because obviously I get more work from you guys than I do the public. Because you guys are constantly flipping, buying, and it keeps going, and recommendations. So that way, the long-term money for my business is still coming, as opposed to the one customer that was recommended to me via Facebook, or one customer that was recommended from another customer that already done work for. You guys are going to generate 75% of my business, as to where the public is only going to generate 25% of my business. So that's where the long-term work pays my bills, as to where if I only do one house for you, it doesn't. So on the competition price, if you look around, I talked to him earlier. If you look at those, everybody's going to have a different price, but we're going to be within 75 cents a piece.
Yeah, we're not talking.
Yeah, we're not talking $1,000. You're not going to find one guy that's going to do it for $10,000. The other guy's going to come in and say, yeah, I'll do it for $5,000.
I know Jay got some folks that
If they'll do it for $5,000, that's going to cost you $15,000, because
The cheapest person, you're gonna pay a whole lot less, but you're gonna pay more in the end when they screw something up, or you gotta buy a new floor, or you gotta do something.
All right, check this out real quick before Jake move on. Now, Kurt came in today, right? We didn't have a toilet set. Now, this is a true statement. Yankee hadn't done the floors. He did them yesterday. He came in and said, I gotta do these floors and backsplash, because you gotta have a toilet when you're doing stuff like this. Kurt just finished putting in the pipes for the toilet to wash your hands. Kurt put in the toilet, the sink, the vanity, the whole 9 yards. He did that while we were doing this live. Let's give him a round of applause for that. No, we wouldn't have a bathroom.
I'm not a plumber. That's not my specialty.
But he got it done for us.
I got it done.
There you go.
I specialize basically, Mr. Rad, he have all different type of people to do the walls, the floors, the ceilings. But before I was doing everything.
Yep.
Our first project, I did everything.
He did. But don't tell him you're not a plumber.
But the thing is, what I'm saying is that Mr. Rad team, anything that is needed is on call.
That's right.
It's ready. So we got a GC.
Yep.
Pull anything we need.
Yep.
Keep us under the radar. So when the man come through, we ain't gotta worry about it.
I'm trying to get it from the mud.
But
The other thing, I'm gonna
Okay.
Go ahead. No, it's your favorite.
Go ahead, Kurt. Step up, Kurt. Go ahead. You good? You been
We
working.
all know you're pretty
That's
anyway.
my beautiful wife back there.
All right.
My 2 daughters.
Yep.
Thank God for them. But anyway, I'm a builder by trade, but in this field, since I've been down here, I ran into Mr. Radford at Home Depot. Like he said, we was getting windows. He didn't know nothing about me, but immediately we clicked, meaning we understood each other. We know what to be expected in this Florida field. So, connected with Mr. Greg, I do roofing. I give you the best price.
Oh yeah, he does all our roofing. Our last 4 roofs he done for Radford Homes.
2 days out, in and out.
2 days.
Inspection with Mr. Greg pulling the permit for us.
Yeah. That's true though. Listen, folks, a roof in 2 days. Now some people can do it in 1 day, but I'm talking about he come in at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. Wednesday at 4 o'clock, it's complete, it's clean, it's done, it's permanent,
I
everything.
hate to tell you this, he does mine in 1 day.
Oh, Kurt, come on, man.
People say that.
No, he's really good at what he does. I'm quick to tell you how I met him. Had another flipper was building a house without pulling a permit.
This is a good teachable
He
moment.
lived next door to code enforcement.
To code enforcement.
Watched him all week work, and he was in the county. So code enforcement busted. Now Curtis did his windows and other stuff. I didn't know Curtis. So the guy called me in. They called me to fix it. I go in. I know the head building and county guy. They hate when you do that. They put you on the radar like you're a criminal. They watch everything you do. So he called me out. We walked the whole house. Now he's looking for anything wrong. What we did was, I called Curtis. The guy was trying to close the house in 2 days. County said, unless I signed off on it, they couldn't sell it. I called this man at 10 o'clock at night, didn't know him, and said, you need to go back out to this house and fix this window that's not in proper.
True statement, y'all.
He went 10 o'clock at night, didn't know me, just talked to me on the phone, fixed the house, called me at 1 o'clock, say I'm finished.
Wife is mad at me.
I hired him on the spot. Because I've never had a contractor go somewhere at 10 o'clock at night and fix something because they didn't care what the homeowner sell their home the next day or night. I hired him. Not only is he a Christian man, he's a hard-working, true, honest man.
Yep.
And I hired him, and I'm going to give him all my work until he can't keep up, and we're about to get to that point now. But I want to just tell you, there's 4 kinds of permits you have to pull every single time. Roofing is one of the main trades. Electrical, always. Don't play with electrical. If your house burned down, you didn't pull an electrical permit, insurance don't have to cover you.
Say that again. Say that again.
If you don't pull a permit and your house burned down because an electrical wire is not correct, your insurance doesn't have to honor your agreement with them. Always pull a permit. Plumbing, even though it's not a plumber, if I pull a permit, I can have anybody do the work. They just know how to pass code.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again. Teach them, GC.
You gotta be, don't just get any handyman. I'm not knocking handyman. Handyman to me means you're kind of good at everything, but you're not great at any one thing. They hate my philosophy on that, but that's just my philosophy. So when you say I'm getting a handyman because he can do everything, ask him what his specialty is and try him with that first. Everybody should have a specialty, all right? But pull a permit, because he can't pull a permit, he's not licensed. If he calls himself a handyman, he's not licensed, trust me. You're gonna have guys that tell you I'm a contractor. Ask them one question, what's your license number? It should be on anything they publish, whether it be a business card, the side of their truck, whatever. If they don't have a license number, they're not licensed. I've had a lot of people hire them and say they told me they were a contractor. What they supposed to tell you, no, when you get money, some of y'all give hard cash to people who are not even licensed. I'm amazed. A man just told me out of Orlando, he gave a person $40,000 and they walked away with his money. Because the man told him he was a Christian. So I'm just, all y'all say, ooh, you're going to do it one day yourself, trust me. Because he gave you a good price. I may give you $40,000, he give you $20,000. You ain't going to look twice at me. You're going to go with the $20,000 guy. The next thing you know, you're going to call me and say he ran off with my money.
I'm gonna say,
Okay.
you owe me $40,000.
We don't start over. We don't pick up the slack what they took from you.
Nope.
Right.
We really don't. So, electrical, roofing, plumbing, and mechanical, your AC guy, they all have to be licensed by the state and can pull a permit for you. They can't, don't use them. You're not saving money, it's going to cost you in the end. That's my fair warning to all of you.
All right.
Not to just get your money, because we don't make money on permits. We make money on doing good work for you so you continue to use us.
Right.
And it protects you as a homeowner. And anything over $2,500, you're getting work done, you need what's called a notice of commencement. The NOC is what the term they use. It has to be recorded at the clerk's office in the courthouse. And so go on record that you, the homeowner or the flipper, gave me permission as a contractor to start work on your home. So now if I take you to court, you can't say I didn't give him permission. I got that NOC on file.
Right.
It protects me and it protects you as a homeowner. NOC.